Coach, we're back here on the JR the Bossman show. We're going up to Highland Heights, Kentucky, from Northern Kentucky North to talk to one of our good friends of the show, John Brannen. Coach Brannen, I'm loving the streak you guys are on, Coach. I know you're going to be happy with what you guys play so far.
I really like our team. Even from the beginning of the year, just the potential that this team's had and the opportunity to defensively, particularly the chance this team had to be really good defensively. And, it's played out pretty good so far in terms of our ability to defend consistently. And certainly, the record-wise in the conference has been good based on that performance, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, Coach, like I said, you're 7-1 right now, three-game winning streak. So, Coach, defensively, I know you love how you guys play defense. What's some other factors that you would say has been the reason why you guys are playing so well when you got into Horizon League play here?
Well, I think the guys have bought in the identity of we can defend at a high level, and particularly individually guard the ball. We got some guys with some good length on the perimeter, and I don't think we've been great offensively. I mean, our numbers suggest that we've been pretty good, but I think we've got a lot of growth offensively we can still have. I think the biggest thing and the reason right now we're atop the league is the fact that our guys really play for each other and have a tremendous amount of respect for the job that each of them have, and they don't want to let the other one down. So if we can continue to maintain that kind of culture and that kind of commitment to each other, then obviously I think we can finish strong.
Now, Coach, I looked at your non-conference schedule while I was watching on my phone. I seen who you guys played throughout the conference schedule. I'm like, man, you guys are playing close to these high major schools. You're giving them a good battle. So, Coach, you feel like playing these high schools, competing at that level, gave you guys confidence. Say, hey, compete with these guys. They're barely beating us. I know you don't want to have a moral victory per se, but if you're playing with these guys and you're showing that you can play with these guys and hang with them, that's makes you feel good going in your league play, doing that you got tough in that non-conference slate.
Yeah, I mean, our non-conference schedule consisted at Texas A&M, at Memphis, and at East Tennessee State. And two of at A&M and at Memphis were, one possession games with under a minute to go. So I think they prepared us to go on the road, and we started the conference season 4-0 on the road. So I think that's a product of the environments that we put our guys in early. And it's a product of our level. I mean, you're going to go on the road. You got to get guaranteed games, so that's kind of part of the non-conference schedule when you're a mid-major school.
Folks, yeah, John Brannen here on the Bossman show out there, Horizon League, Northern Kentucky Norse here with me. Now, Coach, I looked at your roster as well. I think you're going to have a great future, Coach. You have a good mix of upperclassmen, along with lowerclassmen as well, young players coming up the ranks here. So, Coach, do you feel like as you go through conference play, get these guys experience, get your guys keep playing well, keep them focused, that with your roster way it's constructed, you have a great chance to beat somebody in the tournament if you get in there, if you win your conference championship here coming up here in March?
Yeah, and I hope we win our next game, JR. I don't know if I've got that far ahead, but yeah, I mean, we're a young team. We got a lot of people back from last year. We have two seniors that play a lot of minutes, and then everything else is constructed of sophomores and juniors. So, we have a chance to build a program, and that's been the goal from the beginning. And we're nowhere near being where we ultimately want to be, but I think we're going in the right direction.
And Coach, like I've told people before about your school, Northern Kentucky, you're really right at it, really right over the water. So you got Xavier there,
yeah.
You got Cincinnati, of course. You got up the around area of Ohio. So you got our schools in that area with quality basketball. And hey, you can sell that. You can play against these guys using a great area to learn and to grow. So I feel like a lot of people don't realize about your school. Like here's Kentucky, yeah, but you really at the border of Cincinnati. You really right there effort.
Yeah, we're 6 miles from Cincinnati. I mean, the University of Cincinnati uses our facility as their home court this year. That's how close we are because of the fact that theirs is being renovated. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great location. It's a basketball mecca. The University of Kentucky is an hour and 15 minutes away. Indiana's an hour and a half away. Then you already mentioned the likes of Xavier and Cincinnati, ourselves, and Miami, Ohio. So it's great for our guys in the summer. They get a chance to play against other really good players, and there's a lot of pride that goes into the individual schools in this part of the country.
Yes, indeed. And Coach, looking at your stats, Coach, I'm loving the balance scoring you got. You got 3 guys basically at 14 points a game. You got balanced rebounding as well. At least 6 guys for 3 games. So, Coach, did you set out this year to tell your team the goal is going to be shatter the basketball? I know you don't have it offensively that you can be better, but shatter the basketball and also attack the glass and win the battle of the glass each night.
Yeah. So if you look at it statistically, we're one of the top 50 teams in assists in the country, and we're top 50 in the least amount of turnovers in the country. So that's been really good. And then the other piece of rebounding, we started off poorly in non-conference play and did a poor job rebounding the basketball. We're currently number one in the Rival League in rebounding margin. So, those points are that you made are precisely what we harp on every day, and I hope gives us a chance to be successful each time we play.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, you got a couple of home games. You say you're worrying about these to come up this week. You got Oakland on Friday night, Detroit on Sunday. So you got the Michigan teams coming to town to visit you guys down there in Highland Heights. So, Coach, what are you emphasizing with your team as they get prepare to play Oakland and Detroit this weekend?
Well, Oakland's got 3 guys averaging 20 or more points. They're picked to join our league, and they're all fifth-year seniors, and the game will be on ESPNU. And for us, it's a big game here at home, and they're kind of the class of the league, if you will, the team that won the regular season title last year, and got a tremendous amount of respect for them. And, Detroit team, I got a tremendous amount of respect for their head coach, and we won on a buzzer beater at their place last time we played them. So, it's a challenging weekend ahead for us, so we'll have to be prepared.
The last one for you, Coach, is like you said, talk about how challenging the league is, Coach. So for our listeners, because here in Atlanta, I got a new affiliate here, Coach. They might not have heard you before. So if you can tell my people here in Atlanta, my new affiliates here, about the Horizon League, about the quality coaches, the quality players, the quality teams, about the Horizon League, for us, Coach, if you can.
Yeah, it's a basketball-centric league. I think we've had like 6 draft picks in the last 7 years. It's a league that has been made up of teams that advanced in the NCAA tournament. When Butler went to their 2 Final Fours, they were in the Horizon League. It's a team made up in major cities like Cincinnati, Detroit, Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Cleveland. So it's a league that's really, really good and one of the top mid-major leagues in the country, and the coaching challenges you every single night. So if you haven't seen Horizon League basketball, I'd urge you to watch it. We've been very competitive in the NCAA tournament in the last 5 or 6 years as well. And typically we've had, like I said, one or 2 NBA guys, certainly draft picks in the last 6 years as well. So you're seeing top league talent as well.
And, Coach, what time can they check out the game on ESPNU on Friday night against
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Okay.
9 p.m.
Gotcha. So, folks, 9 p.m. Eastern, check out the
9 p.m. ESPNU. Say again?
Yeah, I'm tell them check out check out Coach, his team. They play well. I want my list to check you out, Coach. I want to see what you're all about, man. See how the Norse do up there in Highland Heights, man. I want them to cheer you on.
Well, we recruit Atlanta pretty hard, JR, so I appreciate it. We recruit that area hard. When I was at Alabama, I got a chance to get down to Atlanta a lot. It'll be a fun, exciting game, and we've got one of the nicest arenas in the country. We got a 9,500-seat arena that is gorgeous. So if anybody gets a chance to check it out, 9 o'clock ESPNU Friday night.
All right, Coach Brannen, thank y'all for coming on the show, man. Coach, I hope you make the tournament. We'll have you on again real soon around that time, Coach.
Man, I love being on your show each year, JR. Thanks for having me.
All right, folks. That's John Brannen here on the Bossman Show, people.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Time for this week's installment of Top 3 with Tyndall on the Bossman Show. We pick the top 3 college games. We go get you in all good fun. John, Coach, and myself. We got it going on big here. Before we get started, I want to let Coach talk about his new venture, the Wild T-shirts. So, Coach, if you can share with the listeners about your Wild T-shirts and what's the meaning behind them, how they can get one of your shirts, man.
Yeah, it's a great T-shirt with a great message, and a buddy of mine and I came up with it years ago, and I thought with everything that's kind of going on right now in our world, it'd be a great message to get out there. And got some people like Jerry Stackhouse that are repping it for us, and different guys like yourself. And so the T-shirt website is actually www.y-tshirts.com. JR, and you've seen the shirts that are sharp. It's like a Nike dry fit material, and I just think it's a great opportunity to try to get a message out there. And we're going to do some things with some of the profits to help a local charity, so it's just a good thing all the way around.
Yes, indeed, Coach. I love how the shirts are made. I love that Y. This is real nice. That Y is real clean. I like it. It's real sharp, and it's a great, strong message, Coach.
Well, I appreciate that. It's a sharp shirt, and hopefully some people will check it out and kind of spread the message for us, Jay.
Yes, indeed. Well, John, I'm going to turn you to this week's standings and results as we get ready to pick this week's games, brother.
Well, this week, let's see here. We got to go over last week first, right?
Yeah,
I don't want to rub it in. I'm trying to think here. Let me look at these results from last week, JR. Let me see here. There's one game somebody picked different than the others. Who was that? Oh, it was me. That's right. I picked UT. You guys picked South Carolina. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they won that game, correct?
Yeah, they won.
Oh, I can tell by the silence that there was a bad result.
It doesn't matter because I'm still in the lead, my man.
Well, technically, I think we might be tied, are we not?
Yes, that means I'm the lead.
Oh,
7-5.
okay.
I'm still
tied for the lead. Okay, so 7-5 for you and me. Coach, you're only one game back. And this week we got a great slate of games, and we should be, I think, we got a little bit of room, a little wiggle room this week. It's not going to be so chalk, I don't think, because we got some good matchups. So, JR, why don't you let us know what matchup number 1 is?
We're going to the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference. We got Virginia, who's always playing well. Tony Bennett playing against Coach K, who's recruiting his butt off at 70 years old still. After Virginia's playing at Duke, and I think that the Cameron Crazies will do their things, bang against that little wall and make all noise, and Virginia's shots would not fall down. Duke has an athleticism this year. I like what Duke got going on. I'm not a Duke fan, but I like what they have going on. So I'm going to say at home, Cameron Indoor Stadium, Coach, Duke wins against Virginia.
Well, JR, I'm going to agree with you, but for a few different reasons. Really one main reason. You can talk Cameron Crazy, you can talk 70 years old recruiting, you can talk the nostalgia and all the things that come at Cameron Indoor Stadium, but I'm going to say 2 words, Marvin Bagley, and I'm going with the Blue Devils.
Well, I got to be honest with you, Coach. I'm riding with you on that. I like Duke at home. I don't have any real reason to go against them. I mean, I know UVA's, on a tear this year, and I think they're, second ranked right now as we speak. So it's going to be a tough matchup. But I definitely like the Blue Devils at home. So I'm going to roll with Coach. Jr. I missed your pick there. Who did you go with?
I'm going with Duke.
So we're chalk on this one?
Yeah, so I can't lose any ground here.
Hey, listen, it's like
Well, you can't gain any ground either, though, Brock.
that's his game. He's gonna try to eke this out. At the end of the season, he's gonna have a 1-game lead, and he's gonna try to eke it out on us. That's his game plan. I don't know, bro. I don't know. All right, so we're all Duke on this one. At home, we all like Duke. Game number 2, Kentucky at West Virginia, and Coach, West Virginia's playing well, ranked in the top 10, and Kentucky's traveling to their turf on Saturday, I believe, to take them on. The Mountaineers is who I'm picking in this game. I think that they just got a little bit too much. They're playing a little bit, I don't want to say, that much better than UK right now, but I think it's going to be a tough matchup on the road for the Wildcats.
Well, I agree with you, John. I agree with you in the fact that I just think there's too much pressure. Everyone calls West Virginia Press Virginia now, and I think Kentucky's guards have not lived up to the hype. I said way back, if you guys remember, I didn't like this Kentucky team. I thought they were a point guard away. After watching them another 3, 4, 5 weeks like we have, I think they're probably even more than just a point guard away. I don't see the toughness. I don't see the discipline or the intensity that I've seen from most John Calipari teams over the years. I think this team is lacking something, and I think they're going to go into West Virginia, and West Virginia is going to be rocking. They're not going to have an empty seat in the house. And not only do I think West Virginia is going to win, but I think they're going to beat them pretty convincingly, guys.
And, Coach, I agree with you. I love Bob Huggins' look. That zip-up jacket he wears, I love that look on the sidelines. See, Coach, on the sidelines, Coach, I'm going to have on a Kango hat, some jeans, a nice little shirt, and I'm going to have a blazer and some nice kicks on. That's how I'm a coach. Don't answer, because that's just me, Coach. Now, Cug goes to that zip-up coat. I like it. We need to get a coach in a Kango hat, shades, jeans, and a blazer, and some nice white kicks, John. That'd be great.
I would definitely be. There's 2 types of coaches out there, right? There's the laid-back, like sweater vest coach, or like the zip-up. I'm more aware it's kind of like a sweat outfit coach. Then there's the suit tie, real nice
GQ coach,
dapper dressed GQ coach. Yeah, I'm a GQ coach, bro. I'm with you guys on that. Obviously, we know Coach DT is definitely GQ coach. We know that. We've seen that game before, right, Coach?
Oh, absolutely. I'm gonna look more like Eminem or Tupac, and JR's gonna look a lot like Biggie Smalls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got that. You got that right, Coach. I sure will. If you don't know, now you know. You know. For sure.
Right.
West Virginia, we got chalk again. See, I can't lose ground. Thank God for that. So here we go. We got the Big 12 SEC Challenge again. We got another game. Texas Tech at South Carolina. Texas Tech traveling to go play at South Carolina at Columbia, South Carolina. Number 14 in the country right now. I believe on the road, Texas Tech will get the job done. They had some big wins this year. Carolina came off Tennessee last week. I'm going to go Texas Tech. They've been playing tough opponents. They've been playing well all year long. I'm going to ride with them one more time. The Texters, TT, Lubbock, Texas, are going to take down the Gamecocks in Columbia, South Carolina.
Well, Bossman, I agree with a lot of what you just said. I think Chris Baird and his staff, Al Pinkins is a former assistant of mine and good friend, and they've done a remarkable job in just 2 short years. Let's get this straight. They didn't take over a depleted program. Tubby Smith had come off an NCAA tournament appearance, so give credit where credit is due there. But they've done a great job of continuing to build and grow that program. The only thing I'll say is this: Frank Martin and his team are smart enough to know that this is a make or break game. And by that I mean, and when you're looking at an outside chance to still get an at-large berth, which they're in that situation, a win against a top 10 team, an APR quality win like Texas Tech would be huge. And they know that, they understand that, and this might be one of their few chances as they head down the stretch of this season to get a top 10 APR win. So I think that Texas Tech will get South Carolina's very, very best shot. On a neutral floor, I'd go with Tech, but I'm going to pick South Carolina in the upset because this is a game of desperation for the Gamecocks, in my opinion.
Coach, I'm rolling with you, brother. South Carolina. Gamecocks all the way. We got 2 South Carolinas and 1 Texas Tech. JR is the lone wolf on the last game in our slate. It's make or break with the Texas Tech squad heading into South Carolina. I like what your analysis tells us there, Coach. It is a make or break game for them. They have a chance to bounce back after a tough loss last week, and I think that they're going to make it happen. So, to review, Game 1, we're all chalk with Duke. Game 2, we're all chalk with West Virginia. Game 3, JR is lone wolf with Texas Tech. Coach and I have South Carolina. So that's where we're at this week, fellas.
No doubt.
All right, guys. Well, it's always good. I hate to go against you, Piggy, but, hey, I'm going to roll with Coach Martin once again, so we'll see. But it's always fun, guys. I appreciate you. And, get that website out on that T-shirt stuff for me if you could. That'd be great. And look forward to visiting with you next week for sure.
All right,
I just was going to say real quick, JR, I just called up the website. The T-shirts look dope, Coach. That's the first time I had seen them, so they look great. I'm going to order one up. I'm going to get some folks over this way to order some up. We'll get it out there for you, okay?
All right, I appreciate that, guys. And thanks again, man. You're the best. We'll talk next week.
All right, folks. Top of your Donnie Tyndall on the Bossman Show. Check out his website, www.y-t-shirts.com. Get you a shirt today, folks.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this. You can't touch this.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Of the Boss Report.
I actually wiped my mind clean of the Boss Report in preparation for this. Sometimes I have to reboot, you know what I'm saying? I have to clear the cache, my browser history. It's basically the same thing as that. I have to clear my history with the Boss Report so I can start anew. Sometimes, the stories stick with me, but this week I had to just wipe the slate clean, and I'm ready to roll.
All right, well, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. First story, John, is this. After police, Brooklyn woman arrested after curbing creepy Copperfield cop Sioux City for $2 after he tried to touch her up top and tap her on the bottom.
So how much did she sue for?
$2 million. He had to do a quote illegal search.
Did it say like why he stopped her? Like why was he in contact with her?
He noticed her pass by and wanted to try to use his coply powers to give late night.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, man. I mean, this is the type of stuff that gives, 90 the good 90% of cops, that work hard, do their job, don't mess with people. Just gives them all a bad name, man. Just gives them all a bad name. But hey, listen, $2 million. That's true. I mean, how do you come up with a number like that?
It had to be like one of them. You know how lawyers do. Let's answer. Lawyers,
Something. I don't. It's like they just pull some random number out. Like
lawyers.
I don't even. Right. I mean, I'm sure they base it on some kind of precedent. Like
yes.
Last year, this type of case was the same thing, and they got this much, so we're going to ask for this much. But still, it seems like it's just an arbitrary number.
Got that right. We got this. Alligator battles python on Florida golf course. Florida man keeps on playing golf, saying, "quote got nothing to do with me. I'm doing me."
That's pretty much the response for Florida man, right? I mean, like, he's come in contact and had so many altercations and used so many animals for different purposes over the years that it really doesn't even. Nature does not bother Florida man,
Exactly.
Not at all.
You got that right. We have going back there. We have the Baltimore Maulers. We have a man who caused a ruckus in church. He coming there with a baseball bat, knocking the pastor out with a bat. The sermon cost him his marriage.
What was the sermon, bro?
He didn't say the sermon. The sermon last week caused him his marriage.
Must have been one hell of a sermon. I mean, jeez. I can only imagine. Like, what was it? It must have been something pretty bad if he came up in there.
Adultery, one of them sermons probably that gets men in trouble in church after that, where the woman looking like, that kind of sermon probably.
It could be. It could have been. I mean, I can only imagine what it would have been. But man, it must have been.
With a bat destroyed him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I mean, it must have been rough if he came back with a bat. Like, I mean, I don't even know. We might have to do a little research on this one.
Now, John, if you pass, you see a guy just doing the middle of your sermon walking down the aisle with a bat, would you not stop your sermon, or would you just keep going?
I would definitely stop him. I would stop. I'd be like, what? Okay, if you see something that out of the ordinary, like you're standing on the pulpit and you see some dude rolling in with a McGregor, or an Easton, like, dude, that's not right. That's not supposed to be there. That is not supposed to be there, So, yeah, stop and say, what's going on, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Exactly. It's like how my man was focused. Bang, 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 and went away. Like,
I gotta find out what this sermon was, bro.
Exactly. Like, man, the cause of divorce. Jesus Christ. Man, oh man. We got Florida man charged with illegally feeding alligator out the bit his hand off.
Illegally feeding an alligator?
Yes.
And they said that the fact that it bit his hand off, he was feeding it his hand, so he got charged with it?
Yeah, he was illegally feeding it. So, yeah, pretty much.
So he wasn't trying to feed it, he just was messing with it and it bit its hand off, and that's what they wrote him up for?
Yes.
Dude, that's the ultimate insult to injury right there. Like, you got your hand chopped off by an alligator and then you got a ticket for it? Ooh. Man, that's rough, bro. We had a couple alligator stories already. Like, if you back it up to that first one, like, I wonder what the alligator and the python were getting into it about. I mean,
exactly.
That's another one we got to do some research on. Like, who wins that battle?
Well, if the python wraps around like alligator, it will win. If the alligator gets the python but near its mouth, it wins.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things, right? Like, it's just who gets the upper hand.
The leverage.
Yeah. Huh. We gotta do a little research on that one too, man. You got some homework coming for me this week, huh?
I see it. And we got this. Swirl gone sour. Iggy Azalea goes off after accidentally seeing restaurant with baller friend, ex-fiance, swaggy P. Nick Young, hanging out with Kevin Durant and his crew.
I didn't. Is she even still a thing? Like, is it Iggy Azalea?
I ain't heard of him. This story popped up.
Honestly, I thought she was like done and gone. Like, she's had her 15 minutes and then now she's gone, right? So this is what, whenever I hear stories like this about celebrities, whether they're A-list, B-list, D-list, whatever, if they haven't been in the news for a while and maybe their career is not necessarily on the right track, most of the people who are, you know, performers, whether it be on TV, movies, music, whatever, they have some level of need for attention, right? You know, not saying that that's a bad thing, but that's part of what goes with being a performer, right?
Right.
So when she hasn't been out there, specifically Iggy Azalea, for a while, doing anything with her career that's been catching on, then a story like this pops up. It immediately makes me think she's just doing this to get her name back in the press and then try to, like, you know, stir up some interest in her again, correct?
Correct.
That's pretty sad, right?
I think it is very sad.
I mean, it's not like that in every case, but it just, I mean, in most of them, I would imagine that's probably an underlying factor. But I haven't heard of this chick's name since, God, I can't even remember when.
Either. I'm right there with you, brother. And here we go.
Just one more quick point on her, right? She's got a fake butt, right?
I think she does.
She has, like, butt implants or something?
I think he does.
Okay. Not that that's related to the story at all, but I just wanted to put her business out there, that's all.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Yeah. Florida man declares UCF is national champions. I was going 13-0. It said, we're the national champions, 13-0. Alabama and Georgia all lost the game. So, Florida man is declaring UCF as national champions.
Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Florida man can do whatever they want. I mean, if they want to declare UCF national champions, then I guess that's their national champion. Then whatever you want, man. Now, I will say this. I really, and I wanted to get into this with you in a separate segment, but we can touch on it briefly here. Why are we still rocking this 4-team playoff, right? It should be minimum 8 teams as far as I'm concerned.
They do it to draw interest and make you talk about college football. It's all a bargaining ploy.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but still, like, if you would have had an 8-team, if you look at the standings and the way it ended up this year, if you would have had the top 8 teams in the playoff, nobody would have really had a legitimate claim of being left out because everybody outside of that 8 was like a 2, 3, 4 loss team. And at that point, well, you don't necessarily deserve to be in there. So it would have included UCF and it would have included a couple 2-loss teams and 1-loss teams. I don't know. I mean, I understand what you're saying, but I also say that if you've got extra games and that's extra exposure, extra marketing, like, what? I mean, what's the holdup? I guess is what I'm saying.
All about the money and trying to drum up the interest, whether it be contrived or whatever.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, I guess there's contracts in place, so on and so forth, but whatever. A story for another day, right?
There's a, if you know, no hard cap, a cap was in body. I'm just saying. I'm
Somebody drowned themselves in their sorrows that night.
You got that right. Yeah, you know what time we play? Yeah, I do. I'm let you read your email.
Yes. All right, let's break it down real quick. Put the story out there. We were sending out emails for guests like, hey, can Coach come on this time, so on and so forth. You know, and the dude comes back with, do you know what time we play? Well, yeah, dude, we know what time you play. You're a D1 college football team. Like, what? Yes, we know. We have your schedule, bro. We didn't ask you for an interview at 2:45 on a Saturday afternoon. I'm saying.
Yeah. Your response to an email late Friday night, which tells me you're up sipping Hennessy in your rocking chair.
Dude, late Friday night. That was like, it was like 1:30 on Saturday morning.
You know what time we played? Yeah, I'm very. I mean, did you read your email? We did Monday. Boom.
Right.
We're gonna get the interviews.
We weren't asking for a game day interview.
It's just like it was so stupid. It was just beyond crazy, people. I'm just telling you, it was.
Yeah. Well, listen. What's the next story in the Boss Report, brother?
Yeah, we had a 2-story warning, John, for this segment.
Oh, all right.
We got Cash Hungry Records broke as bleed for the 99 in 2000. Rick Ross says bankrupt. Burry man is banging Tony Braxton's cakes for bread.
Okay, you got to explain the Rick Ross thing to me, okay? So, basically, this dude can do whatever he wants in, I guess, specifically hip-hop, in the hip-hop world, but probably just in the music business in general, correct?
Yeah.
Like, he wields a tremendous amount of power within that industry.
Yes, and he just takes shots at people. He has little beefs here and there at people. He has his Maybach music that he runs. So, yeah.
And I'm claiming, I guess, stupidity here. I never really followed Rick Ross. I don't know what he's responsible for in music. What is his claim to fame as far as...
Every day I'm hustling. That song. In My Life, or what's that song? Aston Martin Music. That song. Sorry with Chris Brown. A few others I can't call off the top of my head right now. A few others.
So he's got a pretty good resume as far as that's concerned.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't want to. I mean, listen.
The song the guy up on the scene was "Every Day I'm Hustling." Every day that's the only one guy that put on the map.
Okay. Listen. I mean, I'm pleading ignorance on this because I haven't really kept up with it.
Me and JC Gouch, we had the issues always. Me and brother.
I don't know, bro. I grew up. I don't know. I grew up with the East Coast West Coast, battle. So that's where my head's still at, I guess.
It's all good. It's all good. We got final story for you, John. Is this Florida man and Florida woman appeal to Supreme Court in attempts to keep their treehouse in quote. It's nostalgic. Has special moments up there. It's for us.
So, where was the treehouse located?
On a property that has a lien on the property, I think.
Okay, so they went to court to try to keep possession of their treehouse, even though it was on a property that they didn't own or were about to, about to have taken away from them.
Yes.
That's pretty funny, dude. I don't know. I mean, technically, it is a house, right? It's a treehouse.
Yeah. How does a treehouse survive a hurricane or a thunderstorm or a tornado? I'm just like, how did it survive all these years?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's
I was
a good
wondering
question.
how hammocks and tree houses survive tornadoes and hurricanes. I was going to question that.
Well, tree houses, I would think, would come down more frequently. Like a hammock, at least, is kind of like if it's got some like holes in it, like the wind would blow through it, But the treehouse, not so much. You think those things would be coming down left and right?
Yeah.
I never had a treehouse, so I can tell you.
I don't know about treehouses. I don't know about treehouses. But I'm right there with you, folks. That's been the Boss Report. John and myself, folks. Hope you enjoy that Boss Report. Always the story is always crazy. So, folks, that's JR and John. Boss Report.
5 days of fun.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.
Bossman Show, time for the Boss Report. John's brain is wiped clean of last week's report.
Keep myself in the Boss Report frame of mind, JR, so I'm good to go.
All right, folks, well, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. All right, John, first story is this. Sure. Jackson's camp curtails rumors that Jermaine Dupri and her get back together due to Jackson, quote, messy divorce with her baby daddy.
So they're trying to put that rumor to bed?
Yes, that Jermaine Dupri ain't getting back with Janet Jackson.
So where do you come out on this scenario? Do you think it's they're getting back together or not?
When you put out strong denials, that tells them what's going on behind the scenes. That's like in this direction.
That's a good point. I mean, the louder you deny, the truer the story is, correct?
Yeah, they're right. That's right, my man.
I haven't seen Janet Jackson in a while. Is she still fine?
She's throwing that baby real nice.
She's
always old, dropping her first load.
She is smoked. That woman was always smoking hot. So good to hear. I'm glad to hear that she still got it.
Exactly. Florida man arrested after trying to open door on Seattle to Beijing flight. Beijing is hit with multiple wine bottles and concussed due to his stupidity.
He tried to open the door to the plane?
Oh yeah, to let him out plane. Yes.
While they were on the ground.
No, in there.
Oh my god.
He got multiple wine bottles and concussed due to his stupidity.
Yeah, I definitely would have been laying a beat down on that dude. I'm sorry. You're not wrecking my plane because you, for whatever reason, I don't even know. Can you even do that?
Hey, well, he tried it. Florida man tried it on Seattle to Beijing flight.
Oh my god, dude.
Look up with man, China man over there.
I don't know, bro. That's a bad combo, man, right there. Florida man and China man together. You better just put a cup on and hide. That's all I can tell you.
Exactly. This story is funny. It says rhythm and fraud. Shantae Moore accused of using $3.6 million to finance her, quote, career, allegedly.
So where did the $3.6 million come from?
I have stolen dollars, allegedly.
Stolen dollars to quote unquote fund my career. All right, like
quote stolen dollars to quote finance her career, allegedly. Rhythm and
is that supposed to make it okay to steal the money? Like, is that like trying to say that? Oh no, it's okay. I stole the money for my career.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Oh, well then by all means. It's basically just like a Kickstarter, right?
Uh-huh. Man.
All right.
Man, oh man, we got this. Florida man angry after Ruby Tuesday combo platter was cold, ripped the urinal from restaurant bathroom wall, still on the loose after running away naked into the woods.
What city is this from?
Florida man.
Dude, I should have known. He's naked. Why? Why in God's name? Okay. First of all, that's like some superhuman strength to rip a urinal off the wall, alright? Those things are like legit bolted in, alright?
Exactly.
Second of all, how did you lose your pants in that scenario? Okay. Exactly. And thirdly, I'm assuming he ran away with the urinal, like, because I didn't hear him say that he threw it at something.
I think it would have missed.
Okay. Like, what? I didn't catch the first part where you said Florida man. I should have known as soon as you said ran into the woods naked. That should have been my indicator that it was Florida man. Slipping.
Man, oh man, we got called the people. Orlando Scandal's girl Drea Michelle is getting dragged back to slop turkey heaven for doing the neglectric slide when her son needs help.
Did you say the neglectric slide?
Yes.
To imply that she's neglecting his homework?
Yes, neglectric slide.
Oh my god, dude. That might be the funniest thing I've ever heard. That's hilarious.
Yes.
Have you? I never heard that before. Have you heard that before?
I have not. This story. It was neglectric slide.
Neglectric slide.
I never heard quote slop turkey heaven either. I don't think it's either, but it's sounds.
That's great, dude. Wow. I'm totally biting that one, dude. I'm gonna try to mix that in this week somewhere.
Electric slide, you better believe it. Here we got Florida man being neglectric, arrested after shoplifting a 4-rack of ribs, 9-piece fried chicken, and mashed potatoes in his pants from Golden Corral.
I thought at first when you said shoplifting, I was thinking that he was in the supermarket. Okay, so not that makes it any better, but at least the food isn't cooked yet. My man was at Golden Corral. That food had already been cooked. It was warm, and he put it in his pants.
Johnson.
Like, I don't... Yeah, dude, like... Oh. All right. Like, I mean... If I put something like that in my pants jar, it would probably come out my legs. Like, it would come down.
How did you like it and then slide down?
Did he have some kind of mechanism? I don't know. I always wondered that. If you're shoplifting something big, like, and you try to put it in your pants, like, how does it even work? Like, eventually it's gonna make its way out through the hole by your foot.
Exactly.
Can you imagine being at the buffet at Golden Corral and seeing some dude sliding rib racks in his pants?
I would lose my mind. I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm going home.
I'm out.
Have a good day, Corral. I'm done.
Okay. All right, man. I'm with you. At least he had clothes on.
Exactly. And we got this. We have a Tennessee man arrested after knocking out his teacher due to his son getting a D on his report he helped him with.
He was all up in his feelings because he got a D on his report.
Yeah, he helped the son with a report. He got a D on his report and knocked out the teacher.
D stands for don't let dad help me with my homework anymore.
Exactly.
His son next time his son needs help, he's gonna hope his dad does the neglectric slide.
Yes, neglectric slide, yes.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's gotta be terrible. Like, because the whole time he was doing it with his son, he was like correcting his son and trying to be all smart, like, oh no, son, what we need to do is and then they got the report back and he got a D. Probably felt stupid.
Exactly. Oh my God. Here we go. Florida woman arrested after novel approach to babysitting. Wait for the tykes to fall asleep. Leave them, then go home and get some sleep while you watch Judge Mathis.
Okay. There's two things here. First of all, why can't you just do that at the house where the kids are sleeping? Like, what's the reason you had to go home to go rest. And I mean, that's what babysitting is. Once the kids go to sleep, you put on, watch TV and hang out, right?
Exactly.
Okay, second one is, remember that one boss report we had where the babysitter put she had her boyfriend come over and they were hooking up in the back room, and then when the parents came home, the kids were like butt naked in the living room, and one of them was like rolling around on the floor.
Yes, I do.
That was one of the best boss reports ever. The kid was pretending he was what the hell do they call those things with the floor, or the automatic floor cleaners?
Yeah, just rolling around like he don't know what he's doing. He's just on the floor like mayhem was breaking over there. That was mayhem with boss thing.
He was playing Roomba.
Exactly. Like, man, oh man.
Kid had gummy bears stuck to him and dog hair.
Every
2-week-old Fritos.
That kid was a magnet. He was a floor magnet, boy. I tell you.
I love that one.
Ooh, he got game. Swirl Super Sleuth on some social media thinks Kyrie Irving shooting a shot at Allie Raisman by leaving her his shoes in Jersey after a Celtics game.
He did what?
He shot a shot at Allie Raisman. You know, he gave her his jersey and his shoes after the game and gave her a big hug. He's shooting a shot.
Oh, so he's saying he's trying to hook up?
Yeah, Kyrie loves him some Swirl.
Huh. I had no idea. I had no idea. And I didn't even know that was like, that seems like it's kind of a weak move though, right?
I mean, you gotta shoot your shot when you can, though. You gotta give her the jersey, give her the shoes, and hey, I'm Kyrie. But so he get on social media too, like, so my man is shooting his shot.
All right, well, more power to him. I don't know. I thought maybe it'd be a little bit higher up on the smooth factor, I guess is what I'm saying.
Well, we got this take right here. You're gonna love this take. Florida woman, 93, arrested for not paying rent, says she thought she was dying, so she didn't pay the rent.
Listen, at 93, I don't blame her. I mean, listen, I know you got caught up now. You're not dead, but the logic isn't all that out of whack at 93, right?
Exactly. I understand. I get you.
If I were the landlord, in that situation and that happened, I wouldn't even care. Honestly, I'd be like, listen, don't worry about it. Write it off and just start over. Like 93, man, you deserve some breaks in life.
You got that right. We got this Virginia 8th grader arrested after having a Royal Rumble recollection when he's throwing over his classmates over to the second school railing because they made him mad for picking on him. So he's throwing all his classmates over the railing like he's Undertaker or somebody.
Good for him, man. Just want to pretend he's Hacksaw Jim Duggan out there. Somebody's messing with you, toss him over the railing, right?
Exactly.
This is a good. Do we have time for a quick sidebar? Yeah. Okay, so bullying. All right. Now, I was always taught, and I'm sure you were too, that if somebody's bullying you, then you handle that, right? You handle it, right? So, and I get it. You might not always win. The bully might be bigger, but the one thing is guaranteed: if you stand up to a bully, they're going to move on to somebody else, because the whole point in bullying somebody is for them to work with a pushover and be able to just do whatever you want to them. So if you stand up for yourself, odds are that person's going to move on to the next. And I don't know where that got lost in growing up, and now all we hear about is kids getting bullied, and then they go and they shoot up a school, or they do some other crazy stuff, and they act out in other ways. That's not how you handle that, right?
Nah, it's not. So it's
like, I'm not saying bullying's cool, but it's not. I mean, like,
eventually the weakest person, somebody's gonna react to you. Somebody's gonna eventually react to you. You keep trying, but they're gonna react to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the way I was coming up. Like, if somebody messes with you and you tried to walk away, but they wouldn't let you walk away, and you go ahead and handle that, and whatever happens, happens.
John, two-story warning. John, we're at the two-story warning. We got first one. Florida man arrested for breaking into garage, drinking wine cooler, taking a torch, and lighting the house on fire. Said, quote, "Was some fireworks. You can see the moon."
That's pretty standard Florida man behavior right there, to be honest with you.
Pretty much.
The only thing out of the ordinary there is wine coolers. Usually Florida man's not dealing with wine coolers. It's usually meth and like a 12-pack of Genesee or something like that.
Exactly. Man, oh man. We got the final one for this. Florida man arrested after cable man shows up to his house at 4 p.m. We said he'd be there between 9 and 12. Destroyed and beat him up with his own cable equipment, trying to choke him, electrocute him, due to making him late to meet his honey on the other side of town.
Like, why did you wait? I guess is my thing. Like, if the dude is supposed to be there between 9 and noon, 12:01, I'm out and rescheduling that thing. Especially if I got, something waiting for me on the other end. Like, why were you hanging out, bro? Like, you got nobody else to blame but yourself.
Exactly. Well, Johnny, at the Boss Report this week, what is your take on this week's report, man?
It was a good report, bro. I'm a little bit scared, to be honest with you, because you brought to my attention that Florida man was trying to make his way to China through Seattle. So I'm a little scared because to all our new listeners out there, you don't even want to know. You think Florida man's bad? The China man can run for his money every day of the week. So when those two get together, all bets are off.
No doubt, folks. It's J.R. John, Boss Report.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.